Assalamualaikum and very good morning to Dr. Hamiza Yaakob and my fellow friends. So today, me, Nushaira binti Baharudin, and all my grouping members, Farhan Nobit Basha, Muhammad Hakim Halim, Muhammad Harib Faisal Ayub, and Nur Fatin Hazika Sarbudi would like to present about Safe City. Introduction. The municipal process has been in place since independence. Every year, more and more municipal processes are being done. This process has contributed to the problems of globalization that can threaten the safety, well-being, and comfort of the people. Among them is the increase in crime and violent rates. This causes the society scared. Therefore, the government has created a safety program. A safe city is a city that was safe or free from physical, mental, and social threats. This is said because a safe city will cause the community to be in peaceful and harmonious state. This is because they feel like their safety is assured. They are also free to do their daily activities as usual.
Thanks to Nushaira for the introduction. I'm Nur Fatin Hazika binti Muhammad Sabudi. I will continue the speech which is about the best practice safe city in Malaysia. We choose Bandar Kacang as the best safe city in Malaysia. Bandar Kacang is an area that adopts the concept of safe city in Malaysia. Bandar Kacang is under the administration of Kajang Municipal Council, or called MPKG. Bandar Kacang is the main town that is focused by the residents of Hulu Langat district because it is a business area and provides a commercial service center. Kajang Municipal Council established the Safe City Program Implementation Committee on 18 September 2006. Since then, 23 crime prevention measures have been implemented in Bandar Kacang. Kajang Municipal Council has implemented crime prevention measures in Bandar Kacang. It's an integrated manner with the involvement of the police, private, and the public. The implementation is made based on three strategies that have been formulated by JPBD, namely through designing the physical environment, empowering the target area, and through social activity, community, and public awareness education. The implementation of Strategy 1, which is designing the physical environment. The first picture is a bollard. Installation of bollard on the sidewalk at complex metro point will reduce any accident. The second picture is landscape maintenance by MPKG on Jalan Semenyih. The third picture is landscaping on sidewalk. MPKG and the private sector control landscaping on the sidewalk in front of the Metro Point complex. Next, implementation of Strategy 2, which is empowering the target area. The first picture is police station, located in the city center of Kajang. The next picture is Nash theft warning sign placed at Lorong Mendaling. The third picture is safety mirror installed under the Reko Road Bridge. The last picture is install the alarm under the Metro Plaza. Lastly, the implementation of Strategy 3, which is community and public awareness education. The formation of special bodies serves as a social development consultative committee in each district created to address security and crime issues faced by the local community. Next, the role of society is very important to prevent increases of crime cases. The community needs to identify the weakness that lead to the occurrence of crime, ways to avoid the crime, and make strategies with various local authorities. In addition, the ability of the function of mosque, such as the leadership or called imam. He needs the providing advice and guidance. especially to those who are stuck in criminal and social problems at the respective mukim level. Finally, holding a family education program. The program should be practiced to prevent young people from getting caught up in social problem issues that against the backdrop of fragile and unbalanced of family institutions. Next, I will hand over to Hakim.
Thank you to Fatin. So now I will explain about the problems in the Kajang city. First problem that we identify in the Kajang city is the drainage problems and inefficient waterway systems. Drainage were not fully in a good condition. They also have many rubbish inside the drain, and also because it was too small, this led to flash flood. Second problems that were identified in the city is the problem of criminal cases that still rampant. More and more criminal cases occur, including robbery, theft, murder, and a few more. This strengthens the security of Kajang City. The third problem is the problem of uncontrolled waste disposal. There are many areas that are used a garbage dump without the permission of the local authorities. This makes the certain area around Kajang become smelly and make it that city look bad. The last problem in the Kajang city is a traffic congestion. The efficiency of the existing transportation system is unsatisfactory, causing many people to choose to use their own vehicles. The lack of parking space also make people around Kajang city parking their vehicles at the side of the roads. So now I will explain the solution to cope that problems. First of all, local authorities need to identify the cause of the flood. They also need to install garbage traps in the nearby river areas and repair the drainage system by providing more larger drainage. Second solution is the local authorities and police need to work together to constantly patrol activities in areas that have potential more for criminal cases. To make it easier for the authorities and the police to control them, they can install CCTV and street lights in frequent and potential criminal cases area, especially at the dark and quiet areas. Third solution is private companies that are given the responsibility to manage waste disposal should provide larger disposal bin as well as be located in area that is close to residential area to make it easier for the residents in Kajang City to manage their daily solid waste. The company also need to restructure its waste collection and schedule more frequently and strengthen the law on waste disposal more effectively. Fourth solution is Kajang Municipal Council need to work together with the State Road Safety Council to find alternative methods to reduce traffic congestion by build more flyover and more public transport such as buses, train, and other that are more convenient for the local people. That's all from me. So now I will hand over to Haris Faisal. Thank you.
I would like to start my presentation with my topic, which is associating the city of Kajang, Bandar Kajang with the Sustainable Development Goal (SDG). The Sustainable Development Goals or Global Goals are a set of 70 integrated global priorities intended to provide a blueprint for a prosperous and more sustainable world for everyone. The 11 and 16 goals out of 70 Sustainable Development Goals can be attributed to the Bandar Kajang. The 11 goal of SDG, which is Sustainable Cities and Communities, and the 16 goals, which is Peace, Justice, and Strong Institutions, are the goals that have been chosen in this research because it is very much related to the concept of a safe city in Bandar Kajang. Ministry of Housing and the local government has outlined 23 crime prevention measures below Safe City program and extended by the National Council for Local Government on 11 October 2004 to be implemented by local authorities. The implementation of 23 crime prevention measures is based on three main strategies. Which the first crime prevention strategy is through Physical Environmental Design Initiative, which is related to the 11 goals of SDG. In this first strategy, various facilities such as the use of pedestrian as well as bus stop need to be built to reduce the risk of accidents and snatching. For the purpose of those, pedestrian walkways can be separated by motor lanes through certain physical structure such as barrier rails and bollards, or can also be separated by landscape crop so as not to be easily entered by vehicle, especially motorcycle. This strategy is one of the targets to be achieved in SDG 11, which is affordable and sustainable transport system. The last one is the second strategy of crime prevention is empowering the target area, which is related to the 16 goal of SDG. In this second strategy, pihak berkuasa tempatan, PBT or local authority will work with PDRM to identify suitable location and site for the provision of police hoods. Local authorities will also work with the police to provide boards, criminal warning signs containing warning during emergency as well as a number to call for help. This strategy is also one of the outcome target of the 16 goal, which is ensure public access to information and protect fundamental freedom. So this is all for my presentation. The next presentation will be continued by Farhan.
Thank you to my friend who just explained the relations of the city with SDG. Now, I'll explain to everyone the relations of the city with the COVID-19 pandemic. We all know that this COVID-19 pandemic has left a deep impression on mankind. Therefore, we are now living a very different life where we have to adapt to such new norms such as physical distancing, frequent personal hygiene, and others to curb the spread of this virus from others. Apart from that, the world is also undergoing a drastic change, as if we are giving the earth a short break. And therefore, we will see what changes that experienced during this pandemic. The first changes that happened during this pandemic is in terms of criminal activity, where the crime rate is at a low rate due to many shops and businesses had to be stopped for a certain period of time. The police also always work 24 hours a day in 7 days in a week to ensure that the SOP is always complied by the people. The second changes that happen is in terms of road accidents. If we look, not many vehicles and public transport move during the MCO because the government has imposed some conditions to move from one place to another. Therefore, the number of mobile vehicles is also reduced. The next changes that happens during this pandemic is in terms of natural disasters, where we note that the lack of such disasters occurs during this pandemic. It is because that activities that can invite such disasters, for example like logging activities which are related to landslide, had to be stopped to curb the COVID-19 pandemic. Therefore, there were no landslides in those areas. And the last changes that happened during this pandemic is in terms of environmental pollution. If we look, when transport has to be stopped, then the production or the emission of the CO2 gas into the atmospheric layer is reduced. This has caused the air quality on the earth to be more cleaner. In addition, rivers and streams are also clean from any pollutants. And that is all for the explanation of the changes that happened during this COVID-19 pandemic. And now I will leave to my next friend for his explanation. Thank you.
In conclusion, a safe city is a program run or done in a city. This program aims to ensure the safety of the residents in the town area. In addition, the program also indirectly reduced the rate of crime in the city. The reduction of crime rates will result in a good name of the city going up. Besides that, the country's good name will also increase, as it is capable of creating a safe city and less crime rate. This will open eyes of authorities in other cities to jointly create Malaysia as a safe country and less crime rate. That's all from us. Thank you.